Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and also welcome back to spooky season on my channel. So today I thought I would do something a little bit different, and as it is coming up to Halloween, this sort of goes really well with it, and yeah, I thought I would just go away from makeup just for once and maybe see how this goes and maybe do more. You'll have to let me know if you like this. As you can see from the title, I'm going to be telling you a spooky story. This is actually found on Reddit, and I will leave a link to it down below if you want to go and have a look, because it does have pictures and a video. I haven't watched this because I'm a little bit scared, but I thought this was a little bit spooky and perfect for Halloween. So if I'm looking sort of down, it's because I'm reading off my phone. Without further ado, we'll get into this spooky story. Last Friday night, I was driving on the windy back road in the mountains of rural Utah. I was about 10 miles from the nearest town when my engine died. I pulled out my phone to look at a map. There was no service, but I downloaded a map of the area just in case. I saw that, if I followed the road, it was a 10-mile walk that would round back and forth along some back roads. I didn't like that idea very much. I also saw that the town was actually only 2 miles away as the crow flies. In a direct line from me, I just had to climb a little bit to cut my journey down. I shot a look up the mountain, left a note to my car saying what I was doing, and set off through the bush. That part of Utah didn't have much underbush, just some scraggly bushes and the occasional tree clinging to life in the dry soil. I was making good time and soon had shut off my phone's light to rely on the moon, which was a pale bright in the sky. When my eyes had adjusted, it was almost like walking around in the daytime. The valley extended for a dozen miles to my right, and the weather was only slightly chilly with the wind. That was when I heard a baby's cry low on the wind. It was far off in the distance to my left, slightly higher up the slope. I paused, listening hard. It came again, unmistakably the pinched, short cry of a newborn infant. Paused for a moment before heading in the direction of the call. There was no one around for miles, so why was there this kid? After a few minutes of walking, I stumbled across what must have been a 100-year-old cemetery. There were no headstones, just rocks marking the stones where people must have been buried. I couldn't hear any more crying. It also says there that they took a short video walking around, and there is a link if you want to see that yourself. I am not going to. I'm scared. Oh no, I'm not really scared, it's just a little bit creepy, and I'm in the house on my own. I put my phone away in my back pocket, listening hard for the kid. I figured it must have just been an animal. I thought I'd heard that coyotes could mimic human cries. Then I turned to look at the moon, only now noticing it had been ringed by these thick, dark clouds. Almost as if cue, the clouds rushed forward. Over the course of 5 seconds, the cemetery went from lit up by moonlight to pitch blackness. The clouds must have been covering every star in the sky as well as the moon. The darkness was complete. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. It was so black that it seemed almost physical and dulling each of my senses. Then the baby cried again from my left, loud and piercing. I jerked, caught my foot on a rock, and fell forward against one of the fences. The baby was shrieking loudly. It couldn't have been more than a few feet away, just on the other side of the fence. I pushed back, sticking my hand into my pocket, feeling for my phone to turn on the light. That was when dry, papery fingers slid around the back of my throat. Nails dug into the skin, and I thought I could hear the high, raspy giggle from behind me, just before they began to squeeze. I jerked forward, flipping on my light, and span around. There was nothing there. I ran away, trying to put as much distance between myself and the cemetery as I could. When I finally reached the town, I put my hands up to my neck and felt the scrapes on my neck. I told myself it must have been a tree, but I knew that wasn't true. I managed to get an old mechanic to come and help me with my car. On the way back, I asked him a question about the cemetery in the hills. He stiffened, looked at me and said, "We don't go up there, we know better." I think that is kind of creepy, but obviously not too scary. I mean, it's not something you want to read in the dark, and I don't want to watch the video, thanks. I'm fine without that. But I thought that was just a little bit spooky for Halloween and a little bit different from my channel, as I don't actually mind watching horror films, sort of, as long as they're not gory. Not a fan of the gore at all. And also I don't mind really reading spooky things, that doesn't really scare me all that much. But yeah, you have to let me know what you think of this story. Do you think it is true, or do you think it is just been made up? I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know if I believe it's real or made up. I believe sometimes woods can be kind of creepy and they can make noise, but a baby's cry and then hands on your neck, ugh, no, that's a little bit too much for me. So I hope you like this little story time with me, and you have to let me know if you'd like me to do more, so don't forget to subscribe and comment, leave a thumbs up, all of it, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!